fake fans out there, go ahead and buy those dumbass jerseys without the name on the back.
We're not on yet. Don't talk about all you people when it's just the two of us that are going to hear this. Save it for when we start.
He's recording.
I just
That's
pushed
fine.
it. I didn't want to miss any of that. Just
we
in case
haven't
there's
started the
some
show
good
yet.
nuggets to open the show with.
Jesus.
No, we gotta start the show. Do your lines, CJ.
Hold on. Okay,
Hold on. Let me get out of here.
First, we're gonna talk about the proposal and all the fucking whatever the bullshit, and we'll do our top 10. It'll be nice and easy.
I went hard after the Mets on the top 10 list. Like they're literally the top 3 are Mets.
Stroman.
In the beginning, there was baseball. It is June 23rd. I am CJ. Catch me on Twitter at CJ in Pinstripes. I am here with Evan. You can catch him on Twitter at EvanDWetzel4. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I feel like you tell my Twitter handle to everyone because you think I'm going to fuck it up. But I'm here. I'm doing great. This is 27 Down, the perfect podcast for the perfect game. We are back.
That's not why I do it. As a matter of fact, most of the time I don't. I don't know why I sometimes do. I just take it on myself and I start rambling and ranting.
You make my job so much easier. You know I like to say as few words as possible. That's not true.
Well, I mean, it's true. You just don't do it. You like to say as few words as possible. For some reason, you kill yourself with all the words you say.
Say a lot of words, yep.
You do say a lot of words. We got a few things to talk about. We're back. We took a couple episodes off. We were off last week. I know you guys missed us very, very much, but we are back now. A lot has happened since our last episode, and it's looking like it went down to the last little ugliest wire that could possibly get to an MLB. I didn't want it to happen this way, but it looks like we're finally getting confirmation of a season. Unfortunately, it's looking like it's only going to be 60 games. That blows.
Yeah, I mean, we even talked about that being the biggest issue. We said if it was under about 80 to 100, we would have a problem with it. So 60 is about 20 games past that. That's not good.
It's whack that there's just such an opportunity for flukiness.
Now, has it been confirmed that they're going to implement it, or they're probably going to agree tonight? Because I've heard back and forth stuff all day.
So here's the timeline of what's happened ever since our last episode. The owners came to the players and said, "Look, we'll give you full prorated salary. We'll give you 60 games. We'll even do some cool stuff in that we're gonna sweeten the playoff bonus. We are going to give both leagues the DH for this year and next year." They said a couple of other things to sweeten the pot. The players said, "Okay, we like how this sounds, but we want 70 games." The owners said, "We can't do 70. We have no other counter offer. Here's our proposal." Players voted it down, and now the owners have today voted unanimously to have Rob Manfred just impose the start of the season.
That's what I thought. So
that imposition, by the way, comes with 60 games like the owners wanted, but all the extra little sweeteners like universal DH. I think there was also something about changing their minds on revamping the number of teams in the playoffs a couple of years. They were going to take that away. They were going to say, okay, we won't revamp the playoffs. But now those extra sweeteners are out. It's just full prorated salary, 60 games, and that's what's going to happen. And I've heard that the starting date is going to be July 24th.
Right.
So Manfred has yet to actually do that. All that has happened is that the owners unanimously voted to let him do that.
Right. I mean, the players in March agreed to that. The agreement that they made had this implement clause in it. So it's not like, they're not getting what they want too. I think the frustrating thing is the DH. But I like the fact that we're not going to be dealing with all the other gimmick bullshit, like the runner on second right away. We're not going to have to deal with that this year, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it does suck that it was only 10 games that separated us keeping the playoffs the way it is versus not, because the collective bargaining, I believe, ends after next season.
That is correct.
So it's looking like in the next collective bargaining agreement, they might expand the playoffs. They could have avoided that if they had just agreed to what the owners gave them.
Right. No, I think the next CBA is going to be just as dreadful as what we just saw with these negotiations. There's no reason why it wouldn't be.
Yeah. We talk about it all the time, man, but if MLB had a better commissioner, I wouldn't be dreading it as much.
Oh, it was just such a waste of time. I don't understand how we're literally back where we were in March. If they knew that this was going to happen, they should have used the implement clause a month to 2 months ago.
Yeah. So I understand that they wanted to have a little bit of time to be able to hammer out. This is basically like arbitration. Like teams and players, when a player's in arbitration, the two teams – the two parties, I should say, negotiate, and they try to come to terms on something that they both agree to. Okay, and if it doesn't happen, then the last moment is the arbitrator. Well, in this case, Rob Manfred is acting as the arbitrator. The two could not come to an agreement, and Manfred's saying, all right, this is what's happening, and it looks like he's giving the owners what they want. Which also makes sense because Manfred works for the owners. So
exactly. That was my next point, is that it makes no sense that he would be the arbitrator when he has reasons to support the owners over the players. I mean, look at the two differences. You're dealing with billions of dollars and millions of dollars. Yeah. Who are you going to favor?
If a player is making league minimum, the prorated portion of $600,000, I'm estimating at not $600,000. Sorry, prorated 60-game proration of $500,000 or $550, whatever it is somewhere around $250,000 to $300,000. Probably a little less, probably around $250,000. So if we're talking 10 games, we're talking about $25,000. We're not talking like an insane amount of money here. I kind of don't get it. It's almost like the players just didn't want to accept just for the sake of not accepting.
Yeah, because I actually thought that this last proposal was going to be accepted. I thought there was no reason why it shouldn't be. And like you said, it's 10 games. It seems very petty.
Yeah, and I kind of hope that that's not enough to get the players to strike.
I believe they will file a grievance. I don't believe they will strike. I think they will play the season to make the money that they were going to make, and then I think the next CBA is going to be absolutely brutal. I think we might have a lockout with that one for sure.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to cross our fingers. And I mean, damn, just the whole timing of this goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Just the time. Like if this ordeal makes next year really difficult, buckle your seatbelts.
Right, and it also stings too, because if you look at the market for the offseason for what baseball has been the past couple of years, this past offseason was by far the best we've seen in about a decade for multiple teams, not just the Yankees. So the fact that you're now going into a weak free agent class where the market is basically destroyed because no money came in this year and owners are going to think differently with who they sign, you're going to see so many issues going into that CBA, where players are literally fighting for that extra penny that they just lost.
This year's round of free agents got screwed over for sure. And it hasn't even happened yet, but why wouldn't they be?
I mean, who are some of the best free agents? I think JD Martinez.
Mookie Betts.
Yeah, Mookie Betts. There you go. That's one.
Mookie.
Because he's probably not signing that extension with LA, and I doubt he's going to be getting the 300 plus that he thought.
Well, I mean, people thought he was going to be making $400K.
It's just not there. It's just not there for them to pay him that.
And now like you just said, now I'm starting to wonder if he's even going to get to $300 million.
No, he's not. I think the last big contract that we will ever see for a while, at least 5+ years, is going to be Garrett Cole. We're not going to see another player hit 325.
I'm trying to think of other free agents. I know
it's really not good beyond Betts. I can't think of any great pitchers.
Real Muto is a free agent. I think Justin Turner might be a free agent.
Yep. Robbie Ray might be one.
Who else? There's Nelson Cruz, but who knows how much longer he's going to be.
He's such a weird yeah, because he'll
has
get
old
you
man
the 50 home runs, but yeah, I don't think they're going to be paying much for a DH.
Yeah, Nelson Cruz is the evidence for old man strength. George Springer, by the way, I just looked at it. George Springer is a free agent as well.
I hate his face.
Yeah, I kind of hope he gets attacked by pigs. Sorry, guys, I'm getting yelled at by.
You got a dog?
No, not me. No, it's not mine. I do have a rabbit running around in this yard. Oh, I think he made his way out. Oh no, he's
not the rabbit.
I see it.
We have a rabbit at my parents' house. And they've been eating Dad's flowers, and he's been getting pissed. He wants to get a rabbit trap, and I told him I don't think you can kill rabbits like you do the squirrels.
Yeah. Well,
people care.
Well, this particular rabbit's a wild rabbit. It's just running around in the yard here.
I mean, these are wild rabbits too. You think we own rabbits?
I don't know, man. You guys are weird. I have no idea.
We don't own any pets. Damn it.
Listen. If you had told me like you had a pet ferret, I would believe it.
I had growing up a pet snake and pet lobsters.
Lobsters?
Yep.
Why would
you bought the lobsters when they were about this big, and you watched them grow? And
why would you have such a delicious pet?
Yeah, they didn't last very long.
It reminds me of the Simpsons when they get Pinchy. Pinchy the lobster.
They don't get big enough to eat. They're really small.
That's lame.
Yeah. Lobby the lobster. He's the only one that made it past a year.
If I had a lobster, I would name it like something delicious. I would name it like melted butter or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, this is all whack. At least we'll get baseball this year. We'll have it next year. And I hope that George Springer gets attacked by a wild boar just like Yoenis Cespedes did. And Joe just told us he had a frog named Froggy. So Lobby the Lobster and Froggy the Frog. You guys suck at naming pets.
We do.
Then again, I had a cat named Tom. I wasn't very good at naming pets.
I didn't want to interrupt, but I thought that was amazing when I heard that. I'm like, get out of here. Lobby the Lobster.
Yeah, that's his name, Lobby.
Froggy the Frog. And actually, I found out Froggy was a toad like 8 years later.
Damn.
Wow.
I felt bad.
Damn it, Joe.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, his whole life he's thinking he's a goddamn frog.
You confuse that's frog abuse.
That's messed up.
Yeah, it is.
Toad. All right, well, that's that. What's our? It is Tuesday. I don't know if you had anything else to mention, by the way, regarding all of what we've already talked about. Otherwise, we can move into Top 10 Tuesday.
I mean, there's not much because I feel like we expected this to happen. I never doubted baseball wasn't going to be back. I know a lot of people did because the process was long and exhausting, but I always saw that implement clause and thought that if worse comes to worse, he's going to use it. They don't want to lose all the money.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's much more to say on that, and there's no other sports that are saying much. They're all keeping quiet while baseball causes all the issues.
Well, the owners are going to be losing money because they're not going to be allowed to have any fans in attendance. So they're going to be paying.
They're definitely bleeding more than anyone else.
The most that they'll get is TV revenue, but that's not going to counteract the players' salaries.
Right, but to fans, we don't really give a shit. We're talking about billionaire owners who, instead of making 200+ billion, are going to make 50 million, 100 million. Who really gives a shit? I don't care that they're going to lose money.
Yeah, and I mean, the Marlins have been doing this for years. So
yeah.
So if they're able to stay afloat and not have any fans come to their games, then
right. Pittsburgh's going to be fine. That city's gorgeous. The fans are fun.
Yeah, same thing with the Mets. Nobody goes to those games.
This
I-
might
I
actually
will
be
go
the
to those
season they win,
games.
because don't they come out the season going like 60-0 and then they fuck up the rest?
No, it's the opposite. They go like 17-4, then they lose 40 in a row.
Yeah.
And then right around the time they usually come back is when the World Series will be happening.
Yeah, they usually hang on. They usually hang on to that second wild card dream until like the last 2 weeks of the season.
They give their fans so much false hope. It's hilarious. And every year they come back looking for the same damn thing, and every year they do the same damn thing. It's hilarious.
My heart is a mess. It's not that funny. My heart is destroyed.
I hope the
I love it.
Wilpons own the Mets for the next 20 years. I hope the Wilpons never give up control of that season. It's just too much fun.
My heart just feels
It
like
really is.
there's an eternal flame like burning in the center of it. It hurts so bad. It hurts so
Of course.
bad.
I mean, you picked the team. We didn't tell you to, Joe.
It
Sure,
hurts
you
so
could
bad.
you could always jump to the dark side.
I'm in bad
We
shape.
have no
guys.
problem. We would love that.
Nah, can't do it.
Okay, top 10 list. Let's do this.
All right, what do we got?
You go first.
So why don't you let everyone know what we're doing?
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Top 10 players who had tremendous potential or really good rookie seasons and then turned into absolutely nothing.
Cool. Okay.
So it could be like someone who was just a first-round pick, an international signing that they gave way too much money to, stuff like that.
Got it. Okay, so mine doesn't go further back than the 70s, and I think that's kind of fair given that, really there's only one reason. Baseball was incredibly different as far back as the 60s. So I didn't do that by design, but I feel like it works out.
Interesting. I did mostly modern, past 90.
Yeah, I mean, most of my guys are pretty modern.
Yeah, okay, got it.
Okay, so number 10, Pete Alonso. He sucks. He had his good rookie year. It's all downhill from there.
In simulations, in the MLB simulations, he's in first place for home runs right now.
Shut your face,
I
Joe.
check it every day. He is the best computer simulated human.
That's what the Mets have. They check it every day.
Some of these guys I have on this list do have pretty good sophomore seasons too.
He's great in video games.
Yeah, my Road to the Show guy is pretty great too. All right, so yeah, that was number 10. Number 9, I had Hideo Nomo. Nomo, I believe, actually won Rookie of the Year. Had some very good seasons to start. Completely fell apart. Actually went back to LA for a second stint. Did pretty okay then, and then that was that. Do you remember when he was on the Rays? I used to love.
No.
Yeah, he was on the Rays for like a season, and I loved. He had like an 8 ERA on the year.
Oh man,
I think that was his last year of his career.
I feel like everyone ends up going to like the Rays or Pittsburgh to either die or save their career.
Yeah. True. Although a lot of players go to the Yankees to die too.
The Marlins too.
That is true.
All right. So speaking of Marlins, thank you, Joe, for that segue. I have Dontrelle Willis at number 8. Dontrelle is another guy who had a couple of actually really good seasons, very good rookie season, one elite season after that. By the time he was done on the Marlins and then went to the Tigers, he was toast. He absolutely fell apart. He sucked in his last 4 or 5 seasons.
He was actually pretty big, I think, if you count all his endorsement deals, all the commercials he did. I mean, he was everywhere as a Marlin. That's pretty hard to do, especially back then.
Yeah. Number 7, I had to throw the one homer pick on there, but Yangervis Solarte. A lot of people aren't going to know this, by the way. And if all you do, you might have heard the name. It's possible.
I loved him.
Because the guy still plays. So if you were to go to Fangraphs, now when he came up with the Yankees, he was 26 years old, and the history of players who come up at the age of 26, and it's not good. They tend to not be very good, and that's because they're down there for a reason. They're rookies at 26 for a very good reason. Yeah. If you look at Fangraphs, if you look at his numbers, if you go to his numbers, you look at his WAR totals. His WAR total for his rookie season isn't really that great. It's somewhere in the 2s, but what is insane is you have to take a look at how he did in the first half versus in the second half. Because you'll remember the Yankees traded him to San Diego in order to get Chase Headley. That was the main guy in the Chase Headley deal.
Yep.
He was insane in his time on the Yankees. That dude was hitting above 300 for so long, and by the time he hit his first skid, the Yankees flipped him over to San Diego. Never the same player again.
And it was kind of a smart move because if you really look at it, you got back the same type of player who was more of a seasoned vet, better at defense. You know, it was a good move for the Yankees.
For sure. Most people, if you're not a Yankee fan, you might have heard the name, but you don't know how great he was those first few months, and then completely fell apart.
What team is he on now? It's not the Blue Jays anymore.
I want to say he was on the Giants last year. I could be wrong about that.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Because Tyler Austin doesn't even have a team anymore either.
Yeah, that I don't know. Who cares about Tyler Austin? He's an
Yeah, who cares? Okay.
All right, so that was number 7. A little bit of an esoteric pick there. Number 6, I had, this one makes me sad, Kerry Wood. Because Kerry Wood didn't fall apart because he started sucking. The guy fell apart because Dusty Baker, old Widowmaker over there, decided he needed like 250 innings pitched on his arm in his first like 2-3 seasons. The guy was unreal. Injuries, unfortunately, took him from us.
Yeah. When I think of Wood, I also think of Mark Pryor.
Mark Pryor, yeah, that was more of the same. Speaking of injuries taking elite pitchers from us, Brandon Webb is number 5.
Ooh, that's a good one.
The guy was incredible his first couple seasons. Kept getting hurt. That guy had the heaviest sinker I've ever seen. It's like he was throwing a shot put with every single time someone put their bat on that ball, they drove it straight into the ground. It's like he was throwing them a bowling ball. Where do I got number 4? Number 4, Kevin Moss, 1990 for the Yankees. He hit 20 home runs in 300 plate appearances, and I don't think he was in the majors for longer than 5 years. Number 3, Yasiel Puig.
I almost put him.
Solid for 2 seasons, and everyone kept saying, well, this isn't going to last because the guy could not adjust. It took pitching forever to adjust to him, and he never made the proper adjustment back. I wouldn't be surprised if he was on the Mets at some point. Then number 2 is Mark Fidrich. He was a pitcher. This is the oldest one I have on here, 1976.
The Bird.
Yeah, the Birdman. He had an incredible rookie year, kind of like Kevin Moss did. Also didn't play for long after that. That was his one and only good season, and it was an incredible season. And then finally, number 1, I've got Jeff Francoeur. Jeff Francoeur came up in his first month in the majors. I think he hit like 8 home runs in like 2 weeks, something ridiculous like that. Never, he wasn't up for long. I think that rookie year, I think he barely got to the rookie minimum for that year. Immediately never the same player again.
I take offense to that.
Yeah, well, you would.
He was pretty badass on those teams when we were like 60 and 100 for 4 years.
You should have left ass out of that. He was just pretty bad.
He was all we had for a little while.
It's insane that he's only 36 years old.
He's only
right now?
Currently 36 years old.
Oh, man. All right.
Like he just turned 36 a few months ago.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
I got to go.
Yeah, bye, Joe.
Well, hold on a sec. He was only on the Mets for like a full season if you count like the 2 years that he was partially on the Mets. It's not like he was there for
No, he wasn't there for long. When was it? Like probably like 2011, 09? Oh,
yeah.
All right.
09, start of 010, and then that was
He was there like the Jason Bay era.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Half my list.
I think
are
we
Mets.
got him because Jason Bay wasn't really playing that much. So it was
Such a good contract, Jason Bay.
tough times.
Of course, he leaves the Mets, goes to the Royals, and actually has one of the best seasons of his career. So Go figure.
Okay, my list. Number 10, Jesus Montero.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Hold on. Before you continue, I have to, every single time Jesus Montero comes up, I have to make sure everyone remembers this.
Yep, do it.
I forget what year it was. It might have been the year that Montero finally came to the major leagues. The top 3 prospects in baseball: Bryce Harper, Mike Trout, Jesus Montero. Unbelievable. The guy was masquerading as a catcher the whole time.
Yep, he was terrible. Number 9, Jeff Francoeur. Number 8, Shane Spencer.
I thought about Shane Spencer. He came up and just started hitting grand slams left and right.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I thought about putting an honorable mention, Shane Spencer.
Number 7, Rocco Baldelli.
Yeah, mitochondrial issue knocked him out of the game.
I think he's a great manager, by the way, and I've been supporting him for a while.
Yeah.
Very smart baseball mind.
Mm-hmm.
Number 6, Alan Craig.
Yeah, Alan Craig.
I loved him.
That dude, I'm pretty sure he had a 40 home run season before he fell apart.
With St. Louis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty sure. If it wasn't 40, it was at least 35 plus.
I'm actually pulling his stats up right
now.
Yeah,
please.
Okay, so he never actually got close to 30, but still 22 home runs as a youngster. He showed promise to get to 40. Yeah, then
I really thought he had close to 30, but okay.
Oh man, 2014 season, negative 1.6 WAR. That's not good.
Not good.
That doesn't.
Number 5, Resny Castile.
Okay, yeah, I think that. Yeah, you're right about that.
Did I say that right? That's the guy on the Red Sox, right?
Castillo, yeah, that falls into the category of a major international signing that never panned out.
Yeah.
You kind of say the same thing about Yasmani Tomas for
right.
Diamondbacks. Yeah.
This one pains me the most, and I only put him at number 4 simply because I need the Mets to be in the top 3 to annoy Joe. But this guy could easily be number 1. Ching-Ming Wong.
It hurts.
It hurts so bad, dude.
That's another guy
two 19-win seasons in a row with one of the greatest sinkers I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's another guy whose sinker was like a bowling ball. And
he broke bat after bat after bat.
I remember there was one game where the Yankees scored in the first inning. Ching-Ming Wong, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, we need another run. I forget what team it was. It might have been the White Sox. And this is when the White Sox had just come off of their World Series wins. They were actually good. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, we need more runs against the White Sox. There's no way this game is ending 1-0. Complete game shutout by Ching-Ming Wong. Game ends 1-0. I remember that game. I remember him, and I'm very sad every time I think about him.
Ugh.
He hurt himself rounding the bases against the Astros when they were in the National League. So that's another reason why the Astros can go fuck.
Sorry, my wife keeps calling.
God damn it.
Number 3, David Wright.
Yep. I mean, great player for a while, but
isn't he like their hits leader?
Hits leader. I think he has like 750 career hits. Yep. Sounds like the all-time.
Number 2, Billy Beane.
Yeah. That's good too. I forgot about Beane. He falls into the category of guy who was highly touted, but from the moment he stepped foot on the major league roster, he sucked.
He should have gone to college. He really should have. And the Mets convinced him that he was a 5-tool player and going to be the greatest Mets in the Mets history, like they do with all their players, because they think everyone's fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's too bad Jonah Hill wasn't there for him back then.
Number 1, Doc and Daryl.
Ooh.
They did all their good stuff with the Yankees, bro.
Don't they all? Well, you guys will have Alonso and DeGrom in a few years. Your future's looking bright.
You guys will have DeGrom for a while. He's signed a contract for a while with you guys.
We should have Jose Fernandez, but
yeah. Well, isn't that sad? Damn, Darryl Strawberry, 8.3 WAR. Oh no, that's good. Never mind. In his rookie year, that was a very good rookie year by him. It's too bad he couldn't keep his nose clean.
I like that. Well, neither could Jose, apparently.
Oh, come on. Boo. Boo this man.
Sorry. That too soon.
Nah, it's fine.
Boo.
Joe, you got your question before I have to call my wife back?
Yeah, it's somewhere over here. Okay. As most casual baseball fans know, after the Yankees knocked down their stadium in that year that they did that, the two oldest ballparks are now Fenway and Wrigley Field. But what are the next 5 oldest ballparks? You guys can do this together.
All right, let's see. Dodgers.
Yes, that's actually next.
Orioles.
I was going to say them, but I held back.
No, not Orioles. Let me know if you want a hint. We can do this in order.
Orioles is like 60s, right?
No, there's is fairly new. Yeah, fairly new.
I guess I thought they was older because they were going for like a more classic retro look.
Them and Philly were like the next style of ballpark.
Yeah.
Like
okay, yep, got it.
Tigers.
No Tigers.
Damn. Really?
Hold on, CJ. Shut up. I'm gonna think.
I'll take a break.
Shut up. I'm gonna think. That's classic. All right. So the number 4 is in the same city as the Dodgers.
Cincinnati Reds.
No, the same city as the Dodgers.
I know. I wasn't thinking about that. I ignored you.
All right. No. You don't want to get the one that's in the same city as the Dodgers?
No, I hate that team.
All right. So we'll skip number 4. It's the Angels.
Can you give us not easy hints? Like I could have guessed that with my anus prolapsing.
Yeah, which is why I ignored it because it was stupid, Joe.
All right, we're on number 5. Oh man, you guys are putting a lot of pressure on me with some of these questions now. Questions used to be fun. Now there's all this.
Because we yell at you no matter what you do.
There's all this angst and fear when I come into the show.
He has nightmares. He wakes up in cold sweats thinking about it.
Tuesdays and Thursdays are tough for me, guys.
You know we were your favorite.
I know.
All right, we're at number 3 now, right?
Oh, Jesus.
Well, yeah, you've got Fenway, Wrigley, Dodger Stadium, Angel Stadium of Anaheim. Next.
Next.
One opened
Texas is getting a new stadium.
This one opened in 1996.
Damn. 96?
66.
Oh.
Yeah, what the hell, Joe? I was like 96.
You know what it is? This webpage that I'm using, the font is huge. So in order to get to the next number, like I have to scroll.
Blame the webpage.
It's not a simple list. It's like the worst list. Oldest.
I'm sorry, folks. Joe's still learning how to read and use the internet.
Go to oldest.org. The font is way too big and there's too many pictures that I can't just switch between answers quickly. All right. Okay. Next one is near San Francisco.
Oakland?
Yep.
I was going to say Oakland.
Oakland Coliseum. All right, you got 2 more.
Don't give us any more hints. Your hints.
No more hints.
No hints.
Your hints are like, this is the number 1 + 1 makes. Like, we don't, we're good on the hints.
I'll give you the year.
All right.
1973. This one was built.
73.
Texas Rangers.
No,
fucko. They don't have that stadium anymore.
They just got the new one this year, so
yeah.
No,
so
but
why
it's
would
gone.
That count?
It's gone.
Let's see. I'm gonna say. It has been so long without baseball that like I'm just blanking on teams. Let's say
they're blue.
Okay. The Royals.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, they did just go.
The last one, 1989, it opened up.
89. Brewers?
No, a fairly newer
St.
team.
Louis.
No.
Oh, no, never mind. It's not the Mariners. Padres?
No. This team had a famous Joe.
Blue Jays?
Yep.
Cool.
All right.
That was fun. Work harder on your questions for Thursday.
That was no. I will say that was a good one. I would say the only push I have is just work on your hints.
Well, I mean, we could have been here till 8:00 tonight if I didn't give you any hints.
This next one is a bird that's blue and it has the word J in it. That's a Joe hint for you.
This is 20.
Shut up. That's not yours.
Really? Did you just steal my line? Joe, get out of here, Joe. This is 27 Down, the perfect podcast for the perfect game. Thank you, guys. See you on Thursday. Wait, who are we having on Thursday?
I don't think we have anyone.
Who's our special guest? That's your job.
I don't think we don't have anyone lined up.
So line it up.
With being in an undisclosed location, I'll try to line something up, but no promises.
Okay. This is 27 Down, perfect podcast, perfect game. See you guys next week.
Peace.
Or Thursday. I don't know. Bye.
Whenever.
Thursday, not next week. Thursday, damn it.
Peace.